everybody, what's up? It's PJ the Great, and I'm coming to you with my very first cooking video. Well, I guess it's actually a baking video because I am going to share my mom's sweet potato pie recipe with you today. So we're all set up here in the kitchen. Now, all I have to do is show you what you're going to need to put together one of the best tasting sweet potato pies that you've ever tasted in your whole life. Not lying. This is like the bomb. So this is what you're going to need: vanilla extract, ground cinnamon, ground nutmeg, evaporated milk, artificial sweetener, pie shells, and of course the sweet potatoes. Now, I'm using real sweet potatoes here. You can actually use yams if you want to. I was raised on sweet potato pie that uses yams. I'm going to use actual real sweet potatoes. So now that we got all of our ingredients and we're ready to go, let's get started. I don't know why I did that. I'm a Rosanna Panzino fan. I promise I won't do that. Okay, yeah. Okay, so the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to take our sweet potatoes and we're going to peel off all the skin. Now that our potatoes are all peeled, we're going to get them chopped up into nice little chunks. That way when we place them in the boil, they cook a lot faster. I think I need a bigger knife. Okay, now we're ready to put our sweet potatoes into our pot here. Fill it up about, say, halfway with water. Turn your burner on high. And we wait for those sweet potatoes to get tender. Boil potatoes, boil. Get your boil on. Cook, cook, cook. Okay, so while we're waiting on our sweet potatoes to boil, I thought I'd give you a little history on the sweet potato pie and my family. So I was raised on this pie. We only have it on 2 occasions, Thanksgiving and Christmas. And we've been having it for as long as I know. And my mom has always prepared them this way that I'm sharing with you guys today, but she's always used yams. And of course, you know, as I got older, I got a little curious and I was like, hey Mom, why do they call it sweet potato pie when you're using yams and not actual sweet potatoes? And then that's when she explained to me, you know, that was the recipe that she was raised on, and that a yam is considered a sweet potato. I mean, like if you go to any restaurant and you order sweet potato fries, they're made out of yams. But of course, me being the rebellious adult that I am, I decided that, hey, I want to try and make a sweet potato pie and use actual sweet potatoes. So I did that a couple of years ago. It actually comes out pretty good. It tastes like not the same, but kind of the same as my mom's pie. Feel free to use yams, feel free to use sweet potatoes. Either way, you follow this recipe to a T, and you're gonna come out with a winner. All right, so let's go check on those potatoes. While your sweet potatoes are boiling, you want to make sure you take a fork and poke inside of them to check and see if they are tender yet. Are you there yet? Are you there yet? Are you there yet? Are you there yet? Shut up, you're not there yet. And now that our sweet potatoes are all finished boiling, we're going to take it over to the sink, drain it of its water, and start adding the ingredients. It's go time now. Okay, so I got my sweet potatoes all drained there. Now we're ready to start adding the ingredients. Now you know in the beginning I showed you everything that you'll need to make the sweet potato pie. One thing that you might have noticed is that I didn't tell you how much of what to put in this. The reason why is because this whole pie is made to taste, which means I'm not going to say add a teaspoon of this here and a tablespoon of this here. You do it all to taste. So you make it taste the way that you want it to taste, but even though I don't measure it, every time I make it, it always turns out the way that I want it to taste. So that's one of my favorite things about this, is that it's totally done to taste. So we're just gonna go ahead and dive in and start adding stuff in. One thing that I'll give you, one tip, is start off with less. Less is more, because if you put less in, you do a little taste test and it's not tasting the way that you want it to taste, you can always add more. But if you add too much in the beginning, you can't take it out. So start with less. So the first thing I'm going to start off with is my no-calorie sweetener. Get that in there. I'm using the no-calorie sweetener because my mom is pre-diabetic, so I want to make sure that she can enjoy this as well. So I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of that in there. I'm going to add a couple of dashes of my ground nutmeg. This is the ground cinnamon. And next, your vanilla extract and evaporated milk. And that just a drizzle there. One ingredient I forgot to share with you in the beginning, and it's an important ingredient: butter. You're gonna need butter. So I forgot to add that. Alright, so I'm gonna take a spoonful of room temperature butter. Now we're gonna give this a little mash. Alright, so I got all my ingredients in the same pot that I used to boil the sweet potatoes. I'm just gonna mash this all around here. Give that a little shake, and then I'll take my spoon and kind of give it a little stir there. Okay, let's give it a little taste test. That's actually pretty good. But you know what? I want still a little too thick. Let's add some more evaporated milk. You know what? I'm going to add a little bit more artificial sweetener and butter too. Why not? To taste. A little bit more evaporated milk. Let's do a little bit more vanilla extract. Just to get a little bit more liquid consistency. A little bit more cinnamon. Nutmeg. Just a little. Just a little. One more taste for good measure. I think we're ready to go.
And don't forget to preheat that oven. Set it at 350 degrees because this pie is going to be baking for an hour. Okay, what I typically like to do with my pie shells is I like to give it a little dusting of cinnamon, small dusting of nutmeg. You don't want to do equal parts of nutmeg and cinnamon because you want the cinnamon to really come out. So I like to do that to my crust first. Spread it out nice and even. Now I like to do the same thing to the top of the pie that I do to the bottom or the inside. Little sprinkles there of cinnamon, a couple of sprinkles of nutmeg, and just for good measure on the top, a little light dusting of your artificial sweetener.
Now it's time to bake. And there you have it, one sweet potato pie fresh out the oven. So, thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, go ahead and leave them in the comment section down below. If you like this recipe, and if you try it at home, I would love to hear about it. So share those in the comments as well. Don't forget to subscribe. Can't wait to actually dig into this. I really want to like slice right now, but I have to save it for Thanksgiving. Oh, it smells so good. All right, deuces.